Okay, great morning. Been asked to do a reading on Bernie Sanders. Okay. So how is Bernie Sanders doing in the standings overall with people in his bid for president? How is Bernie Sanders doing overall with people in his bid for president? How is it looking for Bernie Sanders? I've got to put on some glasses. I have no light in here this morning. Labor's fruit. Okay. So we're looking at his labor's fruit, what's coming out of it, how people are banding together for Bernie. Hold on, let me see if I can get a... Okay. Publicity. Yeah. He's not getting enough publicity. Labor's fruit. Kind of like this channel. Bernie and I have the same thing going here. Putting out a lot of effort, not getting much publicity. So the word is not getting out as well as it could. He has his regular supporters, but yeah, overall he has not been getting the media attention as well as other candidates have been getting. And if you don't get the exposure, then your word doesn't get out to nearly as many people, and that hinders you. Okay? Like I said, I got the same thing going with my channel here. People come to watch it, but I don't have enough thumbs up. No thumbs up, no publicity. Your channel stays, for the most part, pretty hidden, okay, in the ratings. It's the same thing with Bernie Sanders, okay? You need to get the publicity, the media out there for people to get your message, to hear what's being said, okay? We have next is gift of creativity, okay? So in his case, the assertion, I think sometimes some of the difficulty with Bernie is over-assertion. When you see him, it's a little off-putting because he's always screaming at the top of his voice, just screaming. And I don't know how well that's going to do in standings to move him up as a presidential persona. Who wants a president that's up there screaming all the time in the White House? Okay? Maybe Bernie needs to tone it down a little bit and talk. Your words can be forceful without screaming, without, always having that attitude of just, it looks like he's going to have a stroke any minute because he's screaming so loud all the time. So, again, first thing, he's not getting enough media attention. Second thing is his presentation. The screaming thing all the time is not boding well for him. That could be why he's not getting as much media attention. Okay, next we have, I need to get some light. Sorry about this. I cannot see. I have night blindness, so I cannot see in dim light. So I need to get some light so I can actually read the card. Next we have desolation. Okay, again, same thing. Desolation, and we've got the ostentation. Well, the opposite of ostentation is, really pretty, I don't want to say frugal. Minimal. This is the same thing, minimal. We come down to desolation. He's not getting the views. He's not getting the propping up that he needs to go forward with his message. And I think some of it is the ostentation could be part of it as well, because I guess it's come out that he's got a lot more money, than he wanted people to kind of believe he has. That could have been a little off-putting for some people as well. Okay. So next we have water, the dancer, charity. Okay. So maybe he is, I haven't listened to Bernie. I'm sorry, I'm not a big Bernie follower. Don't shoot me. So maybe he's dancing around things. I don't know what happens with his charity things. Maybe people think it's too much, too little. But yeah, it seems like maybe he's kind of dancing around some issues that are really not being supported by some people. And charity. Let's see what we have. Okay. Next we have Hanged Man. Okay. Eccentricity. Okay. Again, his demeanor of always yelling, always, being so wound up, that eccentricity might be part of what's hanging him up. Okay. It could be that that's a bit off-putting, and so people are not as easy to get behind his view and see from a different angle. It could be that his also that he calls himself a socialist. That could be part of the problem. Also could be another thing I'm getting with this that's hanging him up. Is that he's not, a lot of times he's not running as a Democrat. I think that part of that could be part of the confusion too. Before he was not running, I don't know this time if he's actually running as a Democrat or not, but the fact that he has run as an independent before, maybe part of that has something to do with why his standings are not going so great. Okay. Emergence. Criticism. Yeah. Again, I think some people are leaving Bernie for one of the other people. They've got, they are having more and more emerging criticisms about him. And I think, again, part of it is the overall, just his demeanor might be a bit off-putting. So, I'm sorry, so far it's not looking really great for Bernie as far as overall. I mean, a lot of his messages people like. But it's just his Yeah, gift of reason, his idealism. He's got a lot of idealized things. And when it comes to free education and all of that, that idealism, people like that. But sometime gift of reason, maybe some of the things he's saying might be difficult to fully implement. Okay, maybe he's a little bit too idealistic, and maybe he's not giving enough plans that people can see it working. That could be part of what's going on with it. Next we have gift of expression, dancer, princess, gift of expression, birth. Yeah, again, it comes down to the way he presents things. He needs to birth something else. So, what I come down to, time and time again with Bernie, is his presentation. Okay, let's see what we have. Last but not least, greedy tree authority. Okay. Greedy tree authority. Maybe sometimes in some ways he seems to be a little bit maybe overkill. That's the word I want to use. A little overkill. Okay. He's not getting enough publicity. His things are not being seen. I think, again, some people think that his idea of being the socialism, some people don't understand that. I don't know if part of it is part of that he really does have quite a bit of wealth behind there, that they're seeing that maybe there's a little disconnect between his message and his personal life. That could be part of it. Okay, so let me look at this again, one size here. Yeah, on the one side, we have getting hung up because of his eccentricity, his strong demeanor, the idealism. He's got all that going on the one side, okay? Okay, going into it. And then coming out of it on the other side is the same thing. His ostentation, he needs to birth something new. There's criticisms of him coming up and coming forward now, as we're going forward. So that's what I'm getting for Bernie. He's come in with a lot of ideas, but his saying that he was a socialist has really kind of, people don't understand. They equate socialism with being communist or something. They're not understanding that Social Security is a social program. Then again, Repuglies, the Repuglies want to take away Social Security. They want to privatize everything so that you have some old white fogey over there that's making money off of everything. Okay? They don't want to give into the government and then the government aid the people with being able to cut down, being able to cut down the price of medicine, like other countries that have socialized medicine. Okay? Here in this country, they have been so, how do I want to put it, so brainwashed with this idea of capitalism that it's going to benefit everyone. And capitalism, when it comes to privatizing prisons, it comes to privatizing medicine, it comes to privatizing, they want to privatize schools, they want to, and under Trump, they want to privatize everything. VA, veterans, they want to privatize the VA. So some old rich guy can make even more money and put restrictions and make us pay like we're not paying enough now for everything. They want to make us pay even more and put the burden on the people, you know. So this is why, again, all of our government needs to change. This idea of privatizing everyone, while it sounds good for a capitalist system, when everything is privatized, the prices just continue to go up rather than they say there's more competition. No, they get together like the housing now. If you look at the housing everywhere, and sorry I've gotten off this topic for Bernie. Sorry, Bernie. Sorry, Bernie. But, you know, people are homeless in all California, San Francisco, LA, homeless because last time I went where I grew up, I can't rent a studio apartment there. It's more, you know, it takes more than my income. $2,200 for a studio apartment. Over $3,000 easily just for your living. Okay? Now, I don't know about you, but anybody like myself that's on a fixed income, you know, I get Social Security, and thank God I got VA. If I had to live on my Social Security, I would be on the street. Okay, if I had to live on my Social Security and what I get from the YouTube channel, I would be on the street. I couldn't even put a roof over my head. That's no lie. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to feed myself. I wouldn't be able, well, I'd be able to eat on the street. I'd have enough money for food, but I wouldn't have enough money for rent. Okay? So thank God I have my VA. Otherwise, I'd be out in the cold. I'd be living under a tree somewhere. So, you know, we need to really relook at things and get rid of the spin. Again, some of the problem that Bernie's got is the spin of the word socialism. That's not helping him at all. And again, the fact that he is much older and the fact that he's always screaming, he looks like he's going to have a stroke at any time. Okay, he needs to, Bernie, you need to relax a little bit. You know, maybe if Bernie relaxed a little bit, rather than his presentation of always the yelling, I think that's, again, why he's not getting enough play. And like I said, I'm not sure if he's running as a full-on Democrat this time, or if he's, you know, like last time he was not a Democrat. And so that is taking away votes from actual Democrat constituencies that are going forward. So I'm going to leave this here. This has wound up being much longer than I thought it would be. But thank you for your question. Again, if there's a reading people want to see done, please let me know. I wish I could have been a little more positive with Bernie. It kept coming down. Doesn't matter what cards were coming out. It was coming down to the same thing. His demeanor, his presentation, his ideology is a bit out there for most people, and I think he doesn't have enough of a plan that he's putting. He's got a lot of ideals, but not enough plans that people see could actually be put out and functioning. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to leave this here. But I have to laugh. I just popped in when I forget who it was that was talking about the health care bill. trying to school Bernie on the health care bill, and Bernie's the one that wrote it. I thought that was priceless. That was I love that one. Fool, I'm the one that wrote it. I thought Bernie was going to explode by that time. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. Have a great day, everyone. See you online. Aho.